What's good, Footy Culture fam? My name is Matthews, aka Matt, aka Zinho, aka Romao or Hexa. Hexa's coming to Brazil. And with that being said, once again, welcome to another episode of the Footy Culture Podcast. Once again, I'm joined today by Dan, S3E16. We got Dave.
What's up? Cheers.
Okay.
It's the same thing I do.
Cheers. We got Jay.
Got two nations at the top of the group. Feels good.
You're at the top?
Yeah.
Poland is at the top
So
right
far.
Oh yeah, so far. Yeah.
We got Chris. Pinkies up.
Oh
Damn,
my gosh,
slurping on that, bro.
My God.
now.
ASMR podcast.
Some suction in there, dude.
So guys,
And then Chris's transition sound to Jimmy.
Hey.
Ooh.
it's gonna be the worst intro.
Whoa.
How's it going?
But yeah, boys, World Cup season is still ongoing. Pretty much done all match day 2 games. Match day 3 starts tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah.
But with that being said, we are Canadian, so I feel like it's a right for us to talk about Canada and their performance against Hrvatska, Croatia. What are you guys' thoughts on that game? What went wrong? What did Canada do well? What can we do going into the next game?
I already had my take on the reel we posted, so I'll let you guys talk about it. Let me hear your
I
thoughts.
want to hear Jay. I got something to say.
For me, look, we should have got 3 points versus Belgium. That would have been ideal. We went into the Croatia game, got an early goal. It was fun. It was a vibe. Everyone was jumping. It was really happy times. Everyone was just amped. But as the course of the game continued, as you guys mentioned in that reel, we were outmatched in the midfield, and it was tough. Like that was something where I think Herdman got it wrong, and like people are calling for Herdman to he's not the guy. Like stop. Like he literally brought us here on his back. So I don't like that disrespect on Herdman. It's very disrespectful.
I'm not saying it's disrespect. I'll say I'm one of those, and now I'm also gonna say that. Okay, he got us to where we are now, but is he the manager to take us to the next level? I don't think so. Is he the right one to bring us some trophies to Canada? Maybe we might not see it for a while because obviously the competition we're coming up against in men's football. But even when he was in women's football, that's where did he win? I don't think he won anything. He had some big shouts over there, but once he came to the Canada men's side, obviously you're gonna have all these shouts that Herdman did this, Herdman did that. I just think he was fortunate enough to have such a golden age of players when he was in charge, because he has players who are playing at the top level of football, the best players in the CONCACAF. We have players who are world class already at their age. Alphonso Davies already known as one of the best left backs at his age, already winning best left back player of the year. 2 years ago, already winning Champions Leagues.
It's one player.
Yeah, it's one guy.
But compared to CONCACAF, who else is at the caliber of him and David and all the other players are growing into become these such talents?
Yeah, but this team doesn't succeed without the foundation you built.
Of course.
Eustachio doesn't even play for Canada if Herdman's not the coach. Literally.
No, for sure. He's definitely...
Vittoria doesn't play for Canada if it's not for Herdman. Yeah, and I think, did he get it wrong? Yes.
Yeah, he did.
That's his probably one mistake as a Canada coach ever.
No, he's made some mistakes during qualifiers.
Like when?
During qualifiers,
I think
We
so.
went unbeaten, didn't we?
No, we did. We lost the last game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but there's some games where I feel like we cover results. Like the game against Jamaica, the game against Honduras. You know what I mean?
but the thing is, were there expectations
But at
to
the
be doing this well?
Yeah,
before going into qualifiers. The expectations were not there, bro.
Man, the players on this team are way better than the players we're competing with in CONCACAF. Is that yes or no? Yes or no?
Yeah,
But
what?
they only
Okay, you can
got
say that,
that status after we qualified.
Yeah, because you're gonna hear that from media. Oh, okay, everything's gonna be blindsided until no one speaks about the teams that are at the bottom. You only start hearing good about Canadian football when it's at the top.
Yeah, but we used to compare Osorio and Hutchinson, all these players to players of I don't know, give me a team Honduras players, because we don't Honduras. A lot of Honduras players play in the MLS, just like Canada. We would equally compare them. Now that Canada made them made the World Cup and everything. Like we're comparing.
Did your looks on Hutchinson or Osorio change since making the World Cup?
Yeah, they have. Because
I think Osorio has just been just as good as he's been performing for TFC.
But I see him as
Hutchinson
a player
Hutchinson is also a player who has been part of the Canadian national team forever. He's one of our veterans. But was he the right decision to be putting on the pitch in that moment against Croatia?
No, but what I'm saying is you're like I can't think of the damn word.
No, I don't. I'm not saying that they were never. I don't know. I'm not giving them a bad name or anything. I'm just saying like they're players who are expected to perform.
Yeah,
at their
but
level.
I think
there also is players who are
high.
But there's also players who've I don't know, surprised all of us. Alistair, Miller, Buchanan surprised us as much as he's not doing that great abroad. He's playing more of a different role, but when he's attacking, he's different. Laren, you kind of expect to do more because he was doing well during qualifiers, but he was invisible the last 2 games.
Yeah.
Joe David didn't really do anything the last 2 games. The biggest players who surprised us this season were the World Cup were the players who stepped up since qualifiers were Alistair and Miller. Those are really the only 2 guys who really like stood up and surprised us in the World Cup, who were in form. And obviously Davies, like he's gonna keep doing his work. But end of the day, did Herdman make the right decisions with the rest of the players of the team? Maybe not in the World Cup, but I'm just saying.
What was wrong?
I'm just saying we looked good because it was CONCACAF. Made us look good, right? And obviously people are going to say, oh, we're the first CONCACAF to be knocked out, but we're definitely in a stronger group than the rest of the CONCACAF teams, right? Costa Rica, Mexico, USA.
So what would you have done different?
In what scenario? What situation?
You're saying Herdman wasn't a good coach.
No, just the last game. I didn't say he's a bad coach. I'm just saying he's not the player. He's not the team to take us to the next level. He's good. He's a good manager to like introduce us to the World Cup, to kind of get the foundation, get this family like group of players that really can develop to become future talents and kind of be the future next 10 years of Canadian football. They're also young, besides Hutchinson, besides a handful of players.
So he's like Conte. He could do it like within, let's say, the CONCACAF
He built a strong relationship. He built a good foundation. But is he the right manager to now bring it to the next level? Who can compete and make these players, you know?
I mean, I don't see why not. He's already put Canada on the map. I'm sure the players have, great trust and a good relationship with them.
Of course. But at the end of the day, you can have a relationship with a manager, but is he the right manager for the job?
Who would Canada find?
I don't know. I'm saying obviously you can't put a name out there right now because it's hard. We're still a nation that's not at the top. We're also Canada, right? It's gonna be hard to find someone who's different or who's also a bigger name to kind of come in and take their place now. But I feel like we could kind of attract someone now because we're competing in the World Cup, and now that we're kind of confirmed for the World Cup already for 2026, and we have 4 years from now to kind of like build that like. Not the foundation, because you have the foundation already. These players that are going to be in this World Cup are mostly going to be the players that are going to the 2026. If they keep their form, if they keep their quality high.
I don't think so.
It's going to be a completely different team in 2026.
I think maybe like you get like 7 or 8 players from this team will be on the 2026 roster.
Like part of the core, like Davies, David, Buchanan,
Eustachio. 8 starters?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of Canadians coming up. There's apparently the one on the Inter Academy that's wanted by Real Madrid, Barca. It's a Canadian player that plays for Inter Academy. He's unreal. I don't know if he's going to actually play for Canada, but it's a Canadian player. There's players coming up that in 2026 they'll be of age.
I think a lot of the players that are going to star for Canada in 2026 we probably haven't even really heard of yet.
Probably.
Just like 4 years ago, we didn't really 4 years ago was what, 2018? You didn't really know who Jonathan David was.
But think about it like this: you look at all these nations now, and like you kind of every nation that's kind of beside that isn't like fresh. That's kind of like already like doing so well in the World Cup. France, Brazil, not really Germany, but like those teams have already been playing forever for now. Like how many? Like Brazil, like how many of those players are from the last World Cup? A handful, like a lot, more than a handful.
Yeah.
France too. Most of those players are coming from the previous World Cup. Like you can't just be getting players every single 4 years, kind of get fresh players. But
the difference
you still need those core players.
No, the difference is the Brazilian players you're talking about, the French players you're talking about, those are elite players. Those are players you can't replace. Canadian players, they're easily replaceable, most of them.
100%. With who though? Who can you replace them with?
The players coming up, the next generation.
But why can't these players that are playing right now be world-class players in a couple?
Because we're talking about Osorio.
No, those guys are done. I'm talking about Osorio.
But you just said that most of the
handful of players. There's still Buchanan. There's still Joe
I said
David.
that those guys are going to
Davis.
but you're saying
There's
that
still
that's what
Alistair.
we
There's still
said.
Miller. Like those guys are going to be in their prime.
That's what we said.
Okay, Osorio and Hutchinson are like one of the couple hands.
No, but you said that most of the players. Most of the players is I'm saying like probably the starting 11 is most of the players.
the goalie. What's his name from?
Lorian's not going to be there.
Lorian's not going to be there, but there's the other guy.
St. Clair.
St. Clair. He's probably going to be starting up. He's world class. He's going to get a big move soon.
World class.
In the MLS, he's doing a really good job.
He's
doing a really good job. But in order for us to kind of keep growing, we need to make sure that our players that are performing now keep growing, because we can't just keep rotating players in the national team like nothing.
You need to continue the growth of both the young players that were here for this World Cup, but also players that we have.
Because they have the experience now.
I'm not saying they're going to completely take out the whole team. I'm saying they're going to have, I think there's going to be maybe 6 players that stay. Buchanan, Kamal Miller, Alistair Johnson, Davies, David, Eustachio. Probably that's it.
Yeah.
And maybe Adekugbe.
Kone.
What about Kone?
Like there's players.
But I was talking about the starting lineup.
No, but there's players who have the experience now. They're going to be there next World Cup.
Yeah,
Of course.
obviously.
Most of them.
Yeah, so
I'm not saying that they're going to completely destroy the team. It's going to be those players, obviously. But the rest of the team, like all the other players, are gone.
I don't know. I just think that when it came down to it, in the Belgium game, he was able to. He played his formation was played how we usually play in CONCACAF.
And it worked.
He kind of stick to his role, but he was lucky enough that it worked because it was against Belgium. We're kind of playing against the same formation as us. Their formation matched our formation. So Herdman kind of played our football that we've been playing forever, and he kept the same thing during Croatia. And like I told this to Chris, like we can't be playing our football to a team at that level. It's kind of hard to kind of, you know what, we're play our football. But man, these world class teams already know how to play against us.
Especially like in a game like that, it's a complete mismatch.
100%.
Going up with a midfield 2 where one of them, like Eustachio, yes, but he was also injured.
Yeah.
And Atiba isn't that mobile. Like he's, 39 years old. Like, and he's going up against, obviously, Luka Modric is not no spring chicken, but he's obviously playing at pretty much one of the.
Man, at
He's
his age,
playing
now,
like a
football.
30-year-old.
at his age now, he's better than all our midfielders.
Brozovic, like you can't go with a midfield 2 like that against a world class midfield 3.
That's what I was saying.
Like you're
no
just
chance.
asking for trouble when you're doing that, and that's literally what happened. The midfield is where we lost the game.
That's what I was
Right.
saying. Even if we match them up with a 3 in the middle against their 3 in the middle, we're still outclassed.
You're
Yeah.
still
No,
a class,
100%.
but at least it
So-
gives your guys a better chance.
I know,
but that's what the
your
3
midfields aren't
Yeah.
going to get
Exactly.
run ragged.
At least you got the numbers that way, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, so then why did Herdman think that it was smarter to put 2 guys?
Because
We're already outclassed with 3 guys, and you're taking one out now.
he went so heavy attacking wise, and like even the end of the last game, we went so heavy attacking, but we had nothing going forward still.
Yeah.
It's not like we were playing like today, for example, Korea against Ghana. They were playing high attack, but like they were getting balls in. They're getting balls in. They had so many chances, but look at us. We were struggling to get those opportunities, even though we had 2 strikers, even though we had 3 wingers on the pitch. It's kind of hard to kind of like force that attacking football at the end of the game like that. It kind of needs to be played throughout, and then if we're being outplayed throughout the whole game.
Yeah, we had a good start to the game, but I think we tried to continue going for it and tried to stay stagnant in our formation. Where I think as soon as Croatia got their foot on the ball, we had to adjust and add another guy into that midfield to kind of support. But we didn't do that, and the midfield was wide open every time Kovacic picked up the ball.
Yeah, went through the middle.
Direct right at the center backs, and then it's like the center backs were like they're dropping to cover the runner, but they also have to step. Then Kovacic just slipped the ball through every time.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like we were going so heavy attacking forward that we had a couple moments where we were possessing the ball. We had a bit of possession. We were kind of like looking to play.
A 1-2 chance.
But it was always that that second last pass that needed to go right through the defenders, which was missing. And we saw it right as soon as Osorio came on. Okay, they're streaming the
something
midfield now. He was
different,
kind of provide a little bit more attacking leads, trying to feed a little bit more, be an option at the top. He had that one chance from outside the box.
Yeah.
Like we needed that from the start of the game, and like maybe that one goal that we got really early in the game was kind of like blinded us a little bit.
Yeah, we thought.
But even if we didn't get that goal, we still would have been in that same position. We still would have conceded 4 goals. We still like that first goal. Like we were lucky we got that.
Yeah. Low-key.
Like it's a consolation goal from like at the beginning. They kind of gave it to us for free.
Yeah.
We worked for it. No, I'm not saying they gave it to us free, but like it was kind of like consolation goal. Like we got it, but it didn't change the game because Croatia was still had their head in it.
they
were like, you know what,
haven't
it
really
was early
gotten in
in.
the game yet.
It was early in. Like
I think it did change the game a lot.
no, it didn't.
A lot.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
How?
Changed the game for Canada a lot because we didn't expect to get an early goal. Our whole formation was to get a goal and then maybe do something, but we got that goal so early that our formation at that point, I think he should have changed it. Herdman,
Right
right after we
At the same
got the
time,
goal.
how can you change the formation? And
That's
then
why I think the goal coming too early was not good for Canada.
maybe,
Obviously, it's good because you want to get an early goal, but that early goal for Canada, now it's like all the players. Okay, now what do we do? Do we
But
still attack?
but
Do we start defending?
but
now?
we didn't change the formation. We
I
didn't
know,
change.
that's what I'm saying.
But even if we did change the formation without the goal, the Croatia would have bossed it. Like, then how would you have changed the formation if we didn't score that goal?
I said that
It's-
goal
if
came
they
too early.
if they scored on us first, then what?
Then we keep attacking, of course. But I'm
They were,
saying
but we kept attacking the whole game. Did we not?
that's what I'm saying. That's
But-
why you
but we
scored
scored
the
four- we-
formation.
we start.
You're fighting me for the same thing I'm saying.
No,
to you.
I'm going against you.
You wanted him to keep the same formation?
No, I told. No, you're saying
I'm
that
saying he has to switch this formation.
he should have, but
I'm
either way,
saying.
he wouldn't have changed anything.
I'm saying the same thing you're
Yeah,
saying.
but it wouldn't have changed anything.
I think it
Yeah,
would have.
see, it wouldn't have changed anything. That's why I'm on the side of not like wanting Herdman out.
No, 100%.
'Cause at the end of the day,
Nah, let him cook.
No,
at the
but
end-
he-
yeah, exactly. At
he
the end
made
of the
the
day,
mistake from the
we don't
start.
we don't match up on talent.
Exactly.
But he
Like-
didn't put the right tactics out. I
Okay,
feel like
but you can't be
Okay,
mad
but-
at him. We have players from the MLS. We have players.
It's
This
not-
is our first time facing a
Man.
European team. No,
so what
Belgium?
you're saying. So you're saying that whatever
Belgium was our first European team we
Yeah.
faced. You're talking about Korea, who faced European teams, who's been to the World Cup before.
Yeah,
You
Belgium-
can't compare Canada
like,
to
Belgium
these
was
teams.
the first European team we faced, and we dominated
and we
them.
dominated them.
So-
Croatia was the real
so-
test.
Yeah, but Belgium. You guys are saying everyone thinks Belgium is a superior team just because they're second ranked. Belgium is
To Canada, it's like
no,
this.
for
It's night
sure,
and
for
day.
sure, for sure. But at the same time, our formation, the way we played, matched Belgium. That was the best result.
Yeah,
that was
and-
the best, like, for us.
And we
the
dominated them.
Yeah, for
Which
sure.
is why I could see Herdman's like headspace being like, we dominated these guys playing our football.
Exactly.
Why don't we stick to it?
No, man, they're playing two in the midfield with Bruyne, who was playing right wing. He wasn't even playing center midfield.
Okay, but at the end of the day, for a team like Canada to dominate the World Cup semifinalists of last year, it's something that's gonna motivate the guys to be like, man, we could probably do this against Croatia too.
Yeah.
Why change things? Why shake it up?
No.
See, they're-
A smart manager would have realized how well they played to Belgium because of the way they were playing, because of the formation they were playing. Would have realized like, okay, this matched Belgium. We did well because we're so wing heavy that we were really using the width all game during the Belgium game. We were trying to use the width so much in this Croatia game that we were losing the midfield every single time.
Yeah.
And you would have already known that just seeing Modric, Brozovic, and Kovacic in the midfield. How can you control the wing if you're already losing the midfield? How are you going to get the ball to the wing if you have no service out wide? You're playing Davies right wing, where you had Buchanan playing left wing, which never works. You had Larrea playing right mid from the start of the game, which you know he was doing well playing left mid or left wing back last game as well. But they went so wing heavy, so forced out wide that, I don't know, we're worked against Belgium. That's all I'm saying.
Can I throw my 2 cents?
Go for it.
Okay, I agree with both parties. I do agree with Dave. With this is like their first World Cup, first European team. It's hard to like judge things, but okay, yeah. Herdman was trying to go with his tactic that he always does. The dog in us. This is how we're gonna play with the
And
dog.
you saw
dog.
it, but you saw it right away after that Belgium game because of the shit he was saying.
Yeah.
You knew right away.
That's why he was trying to bring the dog
He was trying
out
to put
for
that
the
mentality
Croatia
into
game.
the players, but not put his like knowledge into it. He was just using his like
He's trying to get everybody.
Yeah.
he's
hyped
doing
up.
he's using his mind games, not his actual tactics as a manager.
So yeah, he was trying to get he was trying to get the dog performance. That's what he was trying to get out of Canada with that comment.
And
Everyone knew what he was doing.
And you can
But
win, but you can win. You can win games with like that mentality in CONCACAF. But
Yeah.
you can't win games like that in World Cup.
yeah,
man.
yeah. But on the other
No.
hand, you're going up against the best midfield trio probably in the world. I don't see a better trio on any other team.
No.
Yeah, I agree.
You kind of have to change tactics against. I know you want to play your tactics against this team, but you can't.
You have to account for that.
You have
midfield.
to account for that midfield. I don't think we really played a different formation than 3-4-3 in any quality.
I think we played.
We have
4-3-3
played,
a little
but
bit.
this was our main formation because
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, there's
Canada's
been
a fast
variations, but that's
attacking
the
team,
main.
and that
But we
how
had-
do you
but
fast
we-
attack
but-
is from wing play.
But we did have the players to change it up a little bit.
We do have the players to change it up, but if you're going into a good team, you're gonna want to play what your team plays best in, which is why I think Herdman wanted to go with the 3-4-3.
Exactly.
Yeah, he got it wrong, but I kind of agree
But
with
you
him
have to
because
try
that's
it.
what their best.
Exactly. The
tactic.
players know it, what they're doing in those formations and what they're doing in,
Yeah.
in their roles. I think the thing is that He wanted to try something different to see maybe if I play this 3-4-3 role. Let me finish, please. He wanted to play his 3-4-3 role because I think he wanted to see if he could separate that midfield by pulling them apart. It didn't work, but he wanted to try something.
You never will.
But he wanted to try something.
You never will.
What do you mean you never will?
You never will. How are you gonna go attacking? You're literally playing with two wing backs and another position. You're playing Larea and Buchanan on the right. Why are you so wing heavy against a defensive line like Croatia?
He wanted to try something,
And he had
didn't work.
both Laren and Joe David in there. If you realize all the games, when have we really had great service into the box like that and scored those goals?
Against Croatia.
Never.
We scored one.
Okay, but that was like one in. Besides that one goal, when have we ever scored like that?
I don't know. I don't think
Well,
Herdman
we
should
scored like that when
In qualifying.
Laren was actually
Yeah.
banging in goals.
Against who?
we scored a lot.
No, I know,
Against
but you
who?
got to go off of the opponent.
When half those guys you're playing in Costa Rica or wherever are like half your size.
Yeah, but I'm saying you got to go off the opponents that they played. You can't just say, "Ooh, like that's all they played."
Yeah.
I don't know. As soon as I saw Osorio go in, we thought they were gonna change it up
He
a
made a
little bit.
difference.
He made a big difference. He had those chances outside the box, which we needed. We needed those balls through. He needed some creativity. He even dribble the ball into the box a little bit.
Yeah.
We saw a couple of those chances, but then he subbed in Hoyle. Then he subbed in all these other players, and then he kept the same thing. And then
he went back to
and
the
then we
three
went
back.
back to the three at the back.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, at that point, you have to fight for it.
But
They're losing.
yeah,
Already.
I don't know. I never when I see football, I just never think throwing in 6 strikers into the game is gonna get you a goal.
Yeah, because you just I don't know.
I don't know. Croatia didn't.
It
change
bothers
anything.
me
Croatia
when-
didn't change
when
anything.
they
They
didn't
do
need to.
that.
They were killing us.
Croatia didn't change anything. They scored that one goal down. Hey, tied it. Hey, went up. Okay,
Well, that's
halftime,
world class team
3-4.
mentality.
Yeah, they just
That's a
And
team
end of
that's
the
been
day,
there for many
end
years.
of the day,
Like-
whoever said it at the end of the game, was it Brozovic or Kovacic said it? Like end of the day, Herdman is the one who fired them up pretty much.
Kramaric.
No,
Kramaric.
That's the dumbest thing ever.
No,
We
it's true.
fired him up. You're competing for a World Cup. What else do you need to fire up?
Yeah, that's so true.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever
If you
heard.
need Canada's
And-
coach's comments to
Yeah,
fire you up
and
like
when I
that.
saw-
he also said that as a
Shouldn't be in the
joke.
World
He
Cup.
said that jokingly,
No,
but
but not-
he said that jokingly. Obviously, he didn't
Of course,
actually mean
of course.
it. But at the same time, a little bit, you kind of want to go out there and fucking beat these guys because they said that shit about you.
Yeah, after there's like some smack like
for
being
sure.
talked, then obviously there's like a little bit incentive
Obviously, it's
to
just
act
said it
on
as
it.
a joke, but like at the same time, it's not your fire to go win
No,
the World
no,
Cup. It's
no,
obviously you're
that's-
gonna win the World Cup because you want to win the
They
World Cup.
still would have
But
won
it's-
4-1.
You obviously want to go out there and fucking
Yeah, like the words were said,
Like-
act upon it, right?
You know
They
what?
still would've won
Maybe
4-1.
they would have sat back a little bit at the 3-1, but no, they're gonna keep scoring more goals. 'Cause you know, at the end of the day, like you guys talk shit, I'm gonna smack you guys.
Yeah, and maybe if they win, they don't make a comment in the
No.
press conference.
No, I think
You know what
that's
I mean?
the dumbest
If
thing ever.
Herdman doesn't say anything, I think Croatia goal, they win the game, tidy up, and they move on to the next game. But because they made that comment,
Oh,
they're always
100%.
the players are always gonna make a rebuttal
yeah, for sure.
on that comment.
You can say what you want. What Herdman said to the boys at that field was the smartest thing he should have said.
No, okay.
And for the TSN and those people were saying like, oh, he shouldn't have said that. He should have brought it to the change room and said something to them over there. Are you crazy? You're in
wouldn't
a
have
world.
made it- yeah, it
no,
wouldn't have made a
no,
difference
not
in
even
the
that.
game.
You're in a World Cup.
no, he's
What's the best place to have to fire up your players on the middle of the field on the pitch? I would say the same thing if I was him.
No,
look
but-
where you're at.
teams probably say the same shit in the change room. Like,
but
especially
they're
with
saying-
Argentina's side. You know how Argentina's guys, those guys are in the change room, those guys are fucking swearing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
everyone's
but,
mother
but
off.
everyone's saying how.
But
how-
what difference does it make if a manager's saying on the middle of the pitch or when he's in the change room boosting the guys because
big
they're
difference.
Because he wanted to make his
a
big
big
statement.
difference.
No,
I mean,
he did it
The
on
media's
purpose.
not
A
hearing
big
you in the
difference.
change room.
He did it on purpose because he wanted the media to hear them because he knows the cameras are there. That's the biggest thing. He
Maybe
knows
he
what he's
did,
doing.
but-
because Herdman plays those mind games. Everyone says it. Freight says it. He's playing those mind games. He wants media to hear it. He knows that Canada played a great game against Belgium. We all know that.
Yeah.
So obviously us hearing him say that shit, it's like, yeah, it's gonna sound great. But people who are actually smart enough and realize that, okay, what he said there was actually wrong, was wrong.
I don't think it was wrong.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with
I
them
had no
saying
problem.
I didn't mind it,
I think
bro.
that was the best
Yeah.
thing he could have done.
Were Canada gonna
Exactly.
beat Croatia on a tactical level? Never.
No.
You might as well try the
Something
mental
different.
edge.
Exactly.
Okay, I don't care what he said, but he should have shook the other coach's hand.
Yeah,
after
that
the
of
game.
course.
Yeah,
that's
that
not
he should have done.
Didn't the manager say he tried looking for him or something?
Yeah, but he should have tried looking
Because
for.
at the end of the day,
coach.
who's in the wrong?
Herdman there? But I don't mind what he said, but I think it made him look stupid after he did that.
Yeah. a
Yeah,
little
he
bit.
should have shook his hand, but I don't have anything wrong with Herdman what he did at all.
No, I don't either. But
On the field, yes, but before that, nothing. I had nothing wrong with him. He's a smart coach.
yeah, just don't be a sore loser after.
What
Yeah.
if it did work out and we did beat Croatia and it was because of what he said?
Yeah, then
You
it would.
can't say
You know what I
it's because
mean?
of what he said. You never know. You'll never
So
know.
now we lost because it's what he said?
No, I'm not saying because we lost because of what he said. I'm
That's
saying
what I'm saying.
we lost because of the
So what does it
tactics that
matter
we
what
put
he
out.
said? Like, at the end of the day, it would have been the same score, if anything, for one. So for people to say, oh, because Herdman said this about Croatia.
Yeah,
I don't
wouldn't
think
even-
think it's because of what he said.
I wouldn't even say the reason we lost is because of the tactics. Even if we started with a 3-man mid, we
yeah,
still
we
would
would
have
have still
lost.
lost. We still would have lost.
You never know. You never know. You never know. You never know. Because did you guys think we were gonna go out? We all thought we were gonna lose to Belgium, not Croatia. Did we not?
Yeah.
Did we not?
I picked Croatia top the group.
Maybe you, but
I thought they were gonna lose to both.
Everyone's
To be
saying we're gonna
honest.
lose to
I thought
Belgium.
we
We
were
might
losing
get
both.
1 point against Croatia, and we're gonna beat Morocco. That was everyone's
That was
saying.
that was the only team I thought
You know
they
what I
would
mean?
beat.
Yeah, but that was-
We've seen Belgium play all these years. Yeah, they've had great players like that, but look at the players they put on the pitch. You know what I mean? What players are in form? Kevin De Bruyne.
That's it.
And where did he end up playing? He played like a false winger.
Kevin De Bruyne
Middle
could
wing,
do it
bro.
for City, man.
But hey, like we played well because we deserved that game because we were so wing heavy.
So the gaffer, because of the gaffer.
No, it's because it's yes, but at the same time it's because of what we play. That's our formation. That's
The
how we
gaffer.
play. But
That intense press is down to the gaffer.
That's all of that's down to the gaffer. It's not the players who are doing it. It's the gaffer.
That's the craziest
100%.
press I've seen at the World Cup.
yeah.
100%.
All
But
of
we
this-
have the players to do it. But that's not we don't have that pressed. All we did with that stuff didn't work with Croatia. That's the end of the
Yes,
day.
but again, it's not going to work every single
Yeah,
game. For
it
people
didn't
to
work because Croatia's a better team
exactly
with
but
better
for,
players.
For people to
I
say
don't care.
Herdman out,
You
Herdman out,
guys think-
Herdman out.
You guys think Saudi Arabia's going on the pitch saying we're going to lose already because even if we play 6 players in the midfield, we're going to lose because Messi's on the pitch?
No one's saying that.
Clearly,
People are saying that Herdman should be out because of one game. Look at all he's done for
That
us.
doesn't make sense.
Everything he's
no
done
one's
for
saying
us.
he deserves to be out. I'm
You're
just
saying
saying
we should get a different gaffer.
No, that's maybe. I don't think he's going to be there for 4 years from now.
I think.
I think he is.
If he's in there for 4 years from now, then we're not doing anything in the World Cup. I'm sorry.
Why?
Because he's.
How?
I don't know.
What
needs-
gaffer are you trying to get Zinedine Zidane?
What besides women's? Did he play anywhere else? Imagine anywhere else? Men's football?
That doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Many managers never played football in their life.
No. Did he manage other men's football? I feel like he needs to like.
No, just women's.
He needs a different. He needs like to challenge himself every single time. If he's playing CONCACAF football every single year with this Canada team, we're obviously going to dominate CONCACAF football. End of the day.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
No, it's fine. But when it comes down to the World Cup, we're going to be losing against.
Bro, are there
these top-
expectations
not our-
for them to perform at the World Cup though?
In 4 years from now, we should be doing.
I
well.
think if
In 4
they
years from now, yes.
what do you
if they can continue
least-
to
at
progress
least-
with
at
the United
least-
States, they will continue to get better and better.
But
because
the progress,
US will
with the
be
progress
getting
of the
better and
United
better.
States, the United States has had 10 years on top of us in progress.
But we way past them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And their squad is way better too.
But should we not be performing well than any American national team has ever performed in? What's the best?
We have the hardest group at the World Cup.
No, in the future, going forward. What's the best that US has done? First round?
Quarterfinal.
Yeah.
Is it quarters?
Yeah.
So we should be at least making quarterfinals if we're already surpassing USA.
But
at
this is their
this level.
first.
Tough
I would
to
say
say, bro.
2026.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
saying by 2026 we should be.
They should be able to make it out of
We
quarters.
should
I
be
agree.
making it into the quarters because
Into the quarters.
since
Quarters is saying
By
a
the
lot,
way,
though,
into
bro.
the
By the
quarters.
way,
Are you guys
Canada has
listening to
progress.
Wait. By the way,
Quarters
World
is
Cup-
kinda
no, this
crazy.
World Cup is bigger, so there might be an extra round. There's
Yeah,
an
there
extra
actually
round.
might be.
So
Okay, maybe, but
they
still.
should make it at least.
Round of 16.
Round of 32 and then
No,
round of
yeah, whatever
16.
the first round is, just make it. They
But
should make
if
it not the
we're-
quarters.
If we're already surpassing American football and we're like 10 years behind, we should be already match them in World Cup, like groups qualifiers, whatever
yeah.
it is.
I think that they should make it out of the group stage. Well, obviously, depending on their group, they could come into like this.
And that's the thing too.
Death
Like
group.
if Canada was in USA's group, I think they make it through.
I think so.
It's hard to say.
And
You
I
never
think
know.
I think we can
Never
compete
know.
against England.
If Canada's in Mexico's group, I think they make it through.
I wouldn't say Canada surpassed U.S. football.
No, I'm just saying from
And
like
us,
this year.
But us finishing first in CONCACAF is a big testament
Yeah.
to what Herdman has done for this team. Because their U.S. squad's way better. I don't care what anyone
Yeah,
says.
it
Yeah, on
is way
paper,
way
it is,
better.
yeah. It is.
We have one world class player,
No,
Davies.
no,
They
I
have a
don't
lot
think-
of players
I
there.
don't think they're. No,
They're a
I
lot
don't think
better.
so. I don't
They're a
think
lot
so.
better.
They may have good players throughout the pitch overall. Like all those players play in European football. It's on paper you see it. All these players playing at the highest level.
But I think Canada has a higher ceiling. Like Canada's
We-
best players are way better than US's.
100%. Who's Canada's best player right now? Pulisic, Adams.
Yeah, our-
Adams just
US
kind of
is like-
surprised us right now.
Like
this season.
if you put
Our 1 and 2 is better.
even our 3
Maybe 1, 2, and 3 is better, but our 4 to 11
is not.
Is not.
Yeah, and that's the
That's
problem.
like saying
Yeah.
David. Let's say Austria plays U.S. Their number 1 is miles ahead. David Alaba
Yeah.
against some of these other players. Does that mean like they're the better team? No,
They made the World
I
Cup.
think Austria are probably better than USA.
They are.
they didn't make the
100%.
World Cup.
Yeah, because
Well,
of
it's
the
a different- it's a different qualification.
if Austria was in CONCACAF, they'd be first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easily.
Maybe.
Easily.
Yeah,
they will.
Easily.
Yeah, probably.
Easily.
I think one thing that I think CONCACAF needs to work on is just getting their teams more exposure, because
That's the thing.
this Canada team, they played in CONCACAF, yes, but before going into the tournament, you
we
had
have
a test
faced-
against Uruguay, you had a test against
Japan.
but you'd never really expose your team and your tactics to high quality, high level football until game 1 of the World Cup, and I
Exactly.
think that's the problem.
Exactly.
and
That's another reason I have such high ratings for Herdman.
Exactly.
Because the Canada soccer's a mess,
yeah.
and he was able to navigate through that.
No, but that's also that also fights against the what you're saying, because if you're gonna be keep playing in the same football, you're never gonna really see a challenge where you can.
How's that Herdman's fault?
Because he's saying, yeah, Canadian football is in shambles, but okay, he brought it to where it's in great shape, great form, but
Props to him.
But we're not competing. What are we competing with?
Whose fault is that? It's not Herdman's fault.
No, but at the same time, should we not be competing with better quality?
Of course.
But
I won't say
maybe
not.
Herdman can be saying, let's go try to get a friendly against Croatia.
It's hard to do that. We wanted to. We were trying to face European teams before the World Cup. It's just hard to do it.
That's down to the people running Canada soccer,
Exactly.
not
It's
Herdman.
So for people to say Herdman out, this makes no sense. He's done so much for Canada. We shouldn't be at this level right now. We shouldn't be in this World Cup.
Yes, we should, man.
No, we shouldn't
Yes, we
be.
should.
He's done so much for us.
Comparing us to the rest of CONCACAF, we're way better than all those teams.
That's so easy to say right now.
Yeah,
though.
it's so easy now.
It's not easy to say.
After what we
People
did in
weren't saying this
qualifying.
when qualifying
in
started.
first? How many games were we in first?
Were we in CONCACAF?
Yes, how many games were we in first in CONCACAF? And how many games? Almost from the very start.
Yeah, but from the
Maybe
start,
like
you wouldn't have
midway.
said we would make it.
And Mexico was playing like poorly
No one had Canada finishing first.
in
Before
CONCACAF
it started, no.
No.
because no one was talking about him.
I think
Exactly.
everyone had Canada like maybe qualifying, like maybe sneaking into
Exactly,
that fourth place
sneaking in.
qualifier.
But then as soon as they started seeing them get results during first
And who
place,
is that
then
because
social
of?
media sees it of.
Because of Herdman.
Oh my! Yes, because of Herdman, because he's a great because he's a good manager. But at the same time, our players are performing.
No one's saying they're not.
Yeah, but it's also because of the reason we're performing is why we're doing so well. It's because of the players we have.
Yeah, they're doing well because of both. I think Herdman's done.
No, it's because of both. I'm just saying that Herdman is not the one to take us to the next level. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Herdman did a bad job or he didn't do his job. We obviously are in the World Cup for a reason.
To be fair, like, do you guys remember who the last Canada coach was?
No.
Herdman's been here since what, 2018?
But at the same time, we don't know because we've never seen Canada qualify.
But that's
in
because
the
he didn't do anything with that team.
But at the same time, we didn't have players like Davies and all these guys on the spotlight. When 2018 started taking Herdman?
Yeah.
When did Davies make his move to Bayern?
Around
19, I think.
Okay.
19.
Okay, so there you go. He
Yeah,
got the best of the best.
He did, but I don't
And he's
think.
done well.
But if you could find out
Obviously,
who,
that's what I'm saying.
if you could find this last coach and you put him into the squad, I don't think he does.
They don't get the same result. You don't not
Maybe
gonna get
not,
the same from
but
them.
at the same time, I'm not saying Herdman is a bad coach. I'm saying Herdman is fortunate enough to have this team.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
I think this team is fortunate to have him too.
So you're
It's
saying
both- goes both
if
ways.
Herdman went and got who was below us and who got
Honduras.
fourth place? Honduras. You
No,
think
it wasn't Honduras, but I'm just saying. I was just giving you a
Let's
team.
say he gets Honduras. Is Honduras making the World Cup?
It's Costa Rica.
Herdman is such a good player manager.
I think if Herdman was
Huge
coaching
playmaker.
US, they'd finish first in
Yes.
CONCACAF.
Yeah.
Even
A lot of
100%
US
agree.
fans will tell you that. Too.
100%
maybe
agree.
Mexico too.
Herdman's one of the best player managers.
Mexico, no.
He might be. He wouldn't be bringing that team that they have now.
Exactly. You're bringing
Yeah,
in
but at the
players.
same time, he's bringing new players that are like
What?
the Mexico team is like.
The players that he brought to Canada, or he probably would have got some of the guys who play for US right now.
I don't know.
I don't know.
No, I'm not saying Herdman did a poor job. And I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that's kind of making it argument because maybe you guys are on the Herdman in.
I understand both
100%
ways. but-
Herdman.
I'm just
I'm
saying.
in,
I'm
bro.
saying Herdman
100%.
is doing a good job. He did a good job because yes, he did. Maybe he did the mental game right. He put all our players on the right mindset. He maybe yes, he's a good manager, but he's a good manager to when it's on game time manager. Yes, when it comes down to maybe CONCACAF games, but when it comes down to next level, yeah. But at the same time, is it going to take time? It will take time, but
Yeah.
is Herdman the manager to like grow this team and see that in the next 4 years?
So would a win against Morocco change your mind?
I don't think they're going to win against Morocco.
But would that change your mind?
No, it'll change my mind if I see him change something up and we see good Canadian football with something different. If he brings something different to this game coming up. If he's still going to continue to his 3-4-3
But how that's what works.
against Morocco, that's not going to work.
Why? Their midfield's not that
I
strong.
can bite my tongue right now and say it's not going to happen. If they win, they win. And then congratulations. Maybe I just making myself look stupid right now. But If we play 3-4-3 going to Morocco, we're not going to win.
Okay,
because they need to win that game.
It's hard. It's hard asking your players to change the system that they've grown in and been playing the whole like cycle.
It's not hard, man.
Yeah.
Why are you playing Davies right wing?
He's done that in qualifying.
No, he
Yeah,
barely.
Yeah, he did, but
No,
it never worked.
that one crazy goal he scored in qualifying
Yeah,
was on the right wing.
Him and Buchanan swapped wings that one moment. He's been playing left wing the whole time.
He's been playing left wing the most time.
And if
here
you want
too.
to play Hoyle, then toss. I would say put Davies left mid.
He put Davies right wing at the end of the Croatia game because he was trying something new.
But he's always done it, and it's never worked. Ask Chris.
Yeah,
Chris
It
knows
doesn't-
it. It
doesn't
never
work.
works.
I know
There
it never
was an odd
worked.
moment when he scored, but it
I know
worked.
it never worked, but he's trying.
He was also on a break at that moment. He took on like two
It was on a
players.
goal
and
kick,
he,
wasn't
yeah. He kept the ball in. The
Throw it,
players
yeah.
thought half the players thought the ball was out, and he kept the ball in.
Okay, at the end of the day, I think we did really well against Belgium, and that was because of the tactics that Herdman brought in, and because of the players. If we got a draw, we'd be saying something different. We'd be saying, "Oh, Herdman did so well. His tactics were so well, blah blah blah." We should still be saying that because we tried against.
We are
it
saying
was-
Belgium. It worked.
But
I'm
now
saying
we're
it
going
worked
to
well.
now we're going against Croatia, who's a better team than Belgium, who we conceded 4 goals because we were trying to go for the tie. It's not because we stopped playing. We kept them pressing. We have to go for the win, of course. If it wouldn't be 4-1 if we were pressing high.
The real question is, I know we're saying we played good against Belgium, but like, how good is Belgium? And
Their cheeks, bro.
and
They're
we
not
know
making out of the next
how
round.
broken they are in the change room right now.
Yeah, like Belgium are a mess.
So
like,
what does that, like, we had a good game against Belgium really mean? I
means a
want to
lot.
believe that it means a lot.
It means a lot.
I want to believe it, but
That team is in shambles.
don't know.
they're in
That team's in
shambles. man.
shambles. It is.
This
Lukaku gets subbed on
this
as
isn't
well.
the same Belgium that we're thinking of 2018.
It's not, and I think
Nah.
everyone's still got that mindset. Everyone going to this World Cup, oh yeah, Belgium. You know, we're gonna lose against Belgium. Yeah, they're second ranked in the world.
They shouldn't be top 15
They
ranked.
shouldn't. That Belgium team was long gone for a while, I think.
I mean, like De Bruyne said, no chance. We're too old. I think our chances was in 2018. We have lost too many key players.
What did Alderweireld say
And
after
then
the game?
Alderweireld afterwards said, "I guess we attacked badly because we're too old up front."
Because they lost against Morocco?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? I guess they couldn't score goals.
Was it Alderweireld or Vertonghen?
It was Vertonghen.
Talking.
But what do you guys think about De Bruyne's comment about Belgium being too old? What does this do to the state of the team, to the state of locker?
I'll go first. When I heard Kevin De Bruyne say that, I'm like, wow, what a loser. Like, he's not captain, but he's sub-captain, whatever. He's the captain of his team, the talisman, best mid in the world right now.
Best in form, yeah.
How are you saying that, like, in the media with your whole team to hear? Like, what kind of mentality is that? You're supposed to be the best mid in the world, and you're saying, oh, we're not good enough, we're too old. Like, how is that going to motivate your team? And he said that after game 1.
Yeah.
Like,
They won.
like
They still
this
won.
is 4 years after a World Cup semifinal. This is still technically, while it is the tail end, your golden generation. Like, you do not want to hear that from your captain. I'm very disappointed in KDB. I thought KDB was like an alpha, like the way he commands himself on the pitch for City.
He's kind of beta man.
Like, what a loser. How you say? And Hazard kind of said the same thing too. And Hazard's the actual captain of the team.
He said the same thing similar to what De Bruyne
Did
was
he?
saying.
Yeah.
I didn't even
But
see what
we
he said.
been knew that Hazard doesn't have a good mentality.
Yeah.
Remember, he was saying like, "Oh, I don't like care about competing for the Ballon d'Or or something like that." He's like, "I don't want to win the Ballon d'Or."
Yeah, which is why I thought maybe Kevin De Bruyne is the opposite. Maybe he is the true leader of this team that like took them to some of these heights that they were able to reach. But
I think
man,
I
what a
think,
disappointment.
I think this Belgian team just had lost all hope on their golden era.
I don't know
They
why.
lost all
though.
hope already. Because it is true though. They're at the end. The whole media has been putting them on the top of the table forever. Media and FIFA have been putting them at the very top since what, 8 years now, almost 4 years, whatever, how many years it is.
Oh, wow.
Long time. And like, it's true. At this point, it's kind of done. It's done. They don't see themselves making it really far into this World Cup. You know what I
Can't
mean?
have that
So
mindset.
it's obviously should never have the mindset ever. Like a Ronaldo, he's one of the greatest to have that same mindset. Even aging at his age, he still has a mindset of like freaking 16-year-old still trying to make it to the first team. But I don't know. Maybe De Bruyne just got into his own head because maybe he just realized, you know what,
Oh.
this isn't it.
I think he's coming to the team and he's seeing manager should have been changed a long time ago.
That's what it is.
You have Henry, who's a freaking pundit on your bench.
Yeah,
So you
formation.
think this starts at the top? You
It starts
think-
at top.
Yes.
Formation should have been changed a long time ago. They're trying to fit all their best players into one lineup. You gotta fit the best lineup to fit
I
to fit your players.
You need to have a system.
I
Yeah,
agree with
there's
Spaz.
no
And that's the
system.
thing. He's an aging manager with an aging style of football and aging mentality.
He's a manager that was never good. He wasn't even good
was
at.
never good.
He wasn't even good at Everton. He was at Everton, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
Everton. He wasn't good at Everton. He was supposed to be sacked last World Cup.
He should have been sacked right after that.
He was supposed to be sacked at the Euro, and he still wasn't. He's still not sacked to this day. Now they again the formation. They're playing a what 3-4-3.
yeah.
Yeah.
3-4-3 with what they're trying to fit.
Witzel.
Hazard that loves burgers. They're playing De Bruyne on the wing. They're still playing Witzel. Who's been past it, and they're playing the oldest center back trio I've ever seen in my life.
You know what? I think that's why, and like De Bruyne shouldn't have said it, but I think he was trying to do this exact same like Ronaldo was doing it, like trying to expose it, saying like, this is not a good team. I don't know why we brought.
I don't know.
Why did the manager bring these guys? Like we should have.
Who else they gonna bring?
I don't know, a younger team. I don't know who he could have brought, but like I think that's what he wanted.
But
He
how
wanted
does that
something
look?
younger.
How does that look to the young guys
100%
coming
he
up?
shouldn't
Like
have
KDB, this is probably the best player in the country's history, and like he's being such a bad role model for the guys trying to break through. Like, yeah, the manager should have been sacked 100%
Yeah.
at some point, but it's tough because like there was never an excuse to sack him. They made a World Cup semifinal in 2018, and I'm pretty sure all their qualifying runs, whether Euro World Cup, I'm pretty sure they went unbeaten all of them. So like, where do you sack him?
It's
And
just
for what reason?
because this was one of the favorites. They were a favorite. It's like if
Well, they're still in it.
it's like if Brazil was to
Yeah.
lose in like the rounds that they were losing in, like that manager would probably have been sacked.
Yeah, but like it's also because like Belgium, like in football history, is a small
Yeah, of
nation
course,
technically.
but-
So it's like when they're making a World Cup semifinal, it's like
Huge.
that's the best finish in their history.
Yeah,
There was never a spot to sack him.
You don't sack him after that.
I think there was.
When?
I just don't think they could have. They
Yeah, but at what point? Like, where was
I
the
would have sacked
excuse?
them right after the World Cup.
2018?
But why though?
When they made the
Because that-
semis.
Who did they lose to in that?
France.
France. They
Oh,
won.
No,
France.
I think
1-0.
I
Maybe
think
Euros,
I
though.
think there was never really a chance for him to
Euros
get sacked.
then. It had to have been Euros.
There's never really a chance for him to get sacked, and especially in this World Cup too. I just think that he knows that he's already at his end of his career with Belgium. Martinez, is Martinez, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He already knows he's at the end of his career with Belgium. So even in this World Cup, I feel like why kind of bring new players if this is kind of my end? Why bring something different if I know it's still not going to work out? I'm still going to
Just
get sacked
ride it
anyways.
out with the
I'm still gonna
players,
lose.
you know.
Just ride out with the players. Try to hope for like a decent run, and maybe get something out of it. But like you already know these players. You already have these players with this core of this team. You're already familiar with them. You already know how they play. You can already kind of keep the same system without having to do many changes. So if he already knows like it's the end of it.
But that's why I think De Bruyne
Why?
is mad.
No, for sure. That's obviously why he's upset.
De Bruyne is definitely upset about that. But I don't think
why
that's,
am I
this-
wasting my time playing in this,
this
World
wasn't
Cup
the-
if I'm going to be losing it eventually because of the manager and the decisions he's made already? So
This just wasn't the right way to say it. You know what I mean? And look at Courtois. Look how mad he was after they lost to Iran.
yeah, he's
Just
Punch
punching
that
the.
door.
And maybe it would have been fine if De Bruyne's playing good football.
And that's another
But he's been
thing.
playing awful.
But now my question is, do you think he's doing it on purpose?
Like playing awful on purpose?
Yeah.
No.
If he is, another point to say he's a loser.
I
Why are
don't
you playing
think-
bad on purpose?
I think he's still just trying his best,
There's
but
some-
there's just the players around him who are just poor.
Like the thing
No,
is, like
no,
if
he's
you're
been
De
in-
Bruyne, you're coming from Man City.
Yeah.
Right, you're surrounded by world-class players with a world-class system with a world-class manager, and then you're being thrown into a Belgium team with a bunch of players that are past their prime, and kind of being told to, yeah, you're a guy, like go do it.
They expect,
in
they expect
my
a lot from
opinion,
him. They expect a lot from him.
In my opinion, I think, okay, adapt.
Yeah.
Like, not everyone's going to be as lucky when you go to your national team setup to have a Man City team.
Yeah.
You're the captain and leader of the team.
I don't know.
Man up and start leading and actually playing well. In
Exactly.
that Canada game, at least 3 times, he made the wrong
The
pass.
wrong pass.
Like,
Yeah.
on a breakaway.
True.
Breakaway should pass to the right instead of the left.
Like, play
That's-
better.
If I'm him, like I'm just saying, like maybe different mentalities, but you have experience from playing with Man City. Bring that to the Belgian
Maybe
team.
he's a product of his system.
But at the same time, maybe he just looks really good in Man City
Yeah.
because the players around him. Like he can probably put those passes through and kind of shitty passes, but he knows Haaland's still going to get to it. Do you think Batshuayi or Hazard's going to get to some of the balls he's going to give to Haaland? Probably
I
not.
can't say De Bruyne's not a world class player. He definitely
Never
is.
say
No,
that.
you're not saying he isn't, but he looks good because of the product of his game. Like
Maybe
he looks.
He looks like the best midfield in the world because of the team.
Of
he
the team
has.
around.
Doing
What's
it bef-
crazy-
He was doing it before Haaland.
What's
What?
crazy to me is
Yeah,
how.
because he still had Aguero. He still had the best
Yes,
players.
but someone's gonna be putting those balls in.
Hold on, Matt. What are you saying?
Go ahead.
No, you.
What's crazy to me is how De Bruyne is considered an all-time great, especially in the Prem. People say he's better than Gerrard, Scholes, Lampard, all those midfielders. Yet he has the least amount of accountability. he's the most overprotected player, and for what reason?
It is very over.
He didn't perform well when he was at Chelsea. He made his other moves to Wolfsburg. He had some decent football there. So when Man City brought him in, they pretty much built the team around him too.
Yeah.
So when you have a team when you play around good players, you're gonna play well. End of the day, if you're gonna be joining a team where you're expected to do a lot and provide for the whole squad, you're not gonna be the greatest player ever. Look at Bruno when he started playing decent. He had some great players around him. Lose some players, you'd look poor. At Man U, Pogba was at a little bit of his form when he was playing well with Bruno too. And then when you don't have no support, no players kind of providing for you, you look like you're the worst midfielder ever. What was the first season when Bruno came in? He was scoring all those goals, got all those assists.
Yeah, second season.
And then the second season, the manager changed. All these players moved around. Nothing really worked out. It is true. When you have good players around you, you make yourself look good.
Yep.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, De Bruyne shouldn't have said any of that. He has to have a bigger mentality. He's got to be able to, be accountable for what.
If anything, blame himself. Be like, yeah, I screwed up today. Maybe I didn't make the right passes. Maybe I thought I was still playing against Manchester.
Yeah, no, it would have been different if he went out in that Canada game. He bossed the game. He played like a 9.0. Maybe he got an assist and he controlled the game. Then whatever, it's fair. You can come out, you can talk your shit because you backed it up.
You did everything you could.
But if you went out and had a stinker, you should be the last guy going to the media after the game and making a comment like that. Because at the end of the day, like in that Canada game, it was those old defenders that really held them in the game.
Yeah.
Like they were solid at the back.
Courtois, man.
Alderweireld, Vertonghen, they showed their experience. They used their experience and it kept them in the game.
Can you guys see him as a gaffer one day?
De Bruyne?
Bruyne, no.
Yeah. You don't think so?
No. Once he's done football, I feel like he's done football.
I feel like he'd be a gaffer, man. Like he's very outspoken. Like,
I feel like he's gonna retire young.
I don't know if he loves the game.
yeah, you think so?
I get that vibe too.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, on his wife had a comment like when he goes home, all he does is watch soccer, or football.
But yeah, speaking of players underperforming like De Bruyne, which players have been performing and is due for that big money move? Real Madrid, maybe come in the summer. What do you guys think? Who's been balling?
Enner,
bro.
No, he's
If Enner was Spanish or French, he'd be moving somewhere.
Really?
I got one.
No, I'm kidding.
I got one. Cody Gakpo's been doing his thing.
Fair.
Yeah.
It's expected though. He had rumors before the World
He's
Cup.
kind of already going to United, no?
Yeah.
He's pretty much like there. So maybe, yeah.
No, he's been cooking. He scored in both games, no?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Dutch side's looking good too. I think they're due to progress. Like, maybe they might have a decent run.
Yeah.
And Gakpo's been like the focal point behind that. So fair play to him. I think he's been cooking.
I got Kudus. He's been balling. He says he's also better than Neymar, so he's obviously got a big
Stop the cap.
He's got a big personality.
Yeah,
Stop
and,
the cap.
Yeah, she said that.
yeah. What team doesn't want a big
I
personality?
don't think
though?
he actually said that. I
Oh
think like
gosh.
he came out in the media and
What a
said like,
joke.
yo, like I didn't actually say that.
Actually.
Really?
Okay, maybe he doesn't have a big personality.
Yeah.
But he's a baller though.
He's good. He's good.
He's talented. Speaking of talented, it's got to be my Canadian man, Kamal Miller.
Yeah.
2 games, even though in that Croatia game we did concede 4,
I don't blame him.
but he did his thing. I don't care. He slipped up on the 4th goal.
A lot of heart though.
A lot of heart against Belgium. He was solid as man of the match for me.
Like facing world class
He was sweeping up at the back, cleaning up for, when Johnson pushes up, Vitória doesn't have the legs.
Yep.
Miller was sweeping up, cleaning up. And on the ball, he's solid too.
Good IQ, man. Good IQ.
He's got
on
good
him.
IQ, solid on the ball. I think, he's due for that nice move, step up, like a Belgium, maybe a cheeky little Serie A. I think he's going to thrive in a league where they play a lot of 3-back because Kamal Miller, I think, thrives in that kind of left center back role where he can see a lot of the ball. And I think, get a nice little move to a team that maybe fits his system, like a Club Brugge, maybe. Link up with some Canadian boys.
Imagine.
And I think that would be like a nice next step for him to progress in his career. But I think, he impressed me quite a bit. And, he was someone that I wasn't worried about. But, like, for me going into the World Cup, like, my thought was, like, okay, we have great attackers. We have a couple experienced midfielders. But how is our defense going to fare at the highest level? And, Miller, for me, was solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy to see how much he's improved.
Yeah.
Like since game 1 of that qualifying, I think it was against El Salvador. He just didn't look good.
Yeah.
And then he's so good now.
You can
Fair
see
play to him.
You can see how much he wanted it. Look
Yeah.
how much he's done it, man. Like him crying at the the World Cup during the anthem shows you how much he wants it. And kudos to him.
Yeah, it's either him or Alistair as future captains of the team, I think.
Yeah.
I like
I think
Alistair
Alistair
already has
talks
those.
too much though.
He already has those
He
caps.
does. Alistair's a future captain, I think.
I can see it.
He has
low-key.
those caps already, which is looking good.
He's also the first name on the team sheet,
Yeah.
if not Davies, of course.
Yeah.
They will probably be the cap.
I think Alistair might get a big move soon. There's already rumors with him in Celtic.
Yeah.
So he played really well. It's cool because he's so versatile.
Yeah.
He's a great I don't know if he's a strong wing back, but he's a solid left back and center back, holding defensive player. And
you know what? He can play a bloody good ball too. He can progress the ball well.
So good.
and he goes and tackles hard too.
Yeah.
So did Miller too. Even the game against Croatia, he was going in
Yeah, he's putting.
he's
his
taking
body
bodies
into
with
it.
him as well.
And he's got an engine on him too. In that Belgium game, he was up and down that line, making runs from center back, but also busting a gut to get back.
That too. We were playing three at the back, but at some moments we were playing with a two.
It's something that we haven't said in a while, but he plays for the badge.
He does.
Yeah.
He really does play for the badge.
Man. And he learned that in Vaughan.
Yeah. Shout out Vaughn.
Crazy. Yeah, his through ball. He sent such a good bendy through ball. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Him and Tayshaun are really
He
good.
gets
on
some
that
swaz
right
on it.
Yeah.
You know? He
Some
really
swaz,
does.
eh?
Accurate.
I think this is an obvious one. Mbappe.
What?
To Madrid.
No, man, that bridge is broken last
Is
season.
it broken though?
Yeah. They don't need him, man.
Streets are saying Mbappe might finish top scorer at this World Cup.
Maybe, yeah.
We know Florentino Perez, once he sees a player balling in the World Cup,
Matthews is such
He
a
comes
Madrid
calling.
fan, man.
I think if anything, bro, Mbappe goes to Madrid.
It's Barca, Madrid, and Barca.
But if not him, we had a man like Vincent Abubakar who said he's better than Salah. He can do
Yeah,
what
but
he
he's
does
old, though.
basically,
he's
but
too old. He's too old.
he plays at a different
Proper-
club. That's why.
Proper dink in it.
Yeah.
Actually, I got another
Disrespectful
one.
thing.
Musa from USA. He plays for Valencia.
Yunus Musa.
He's been actually really good for this. He's probably been their best player realistically.
That's what I was gonna say.
Apparently, he wants.
That's
Oh
cap.
shit! Sorry,
That's-
I thought he went. But
that's
he's already
I was
getting
gonna
linked
say
to Juve and Inter. Well, probably not Juve
Inter as
anymore.
well, yeah.
He suits Serie A football.
Yeah, he's been good, man.
Well, look how we started off. He started as a winger,
Yeah.
didn't he? Start off as a winger or as an attacker, and now he's going into a midfield
Yeah, he could play. He could
where
play.
he's playing
everywhere.
like an 8.
He's
You can play him as a
versatile.
10. You can play him
And
as a 6.
He's a big boy.
He's a big guy. He's fast. He's strong. Musa, I can see him moving, and I think if they get out of the group, it's better for him as well.
Which they probably it looks like they might.
They're
Look,
facing
they got to play
Wales.
Iran.
Iran. Sorry, Iran.
Iran, yeah.
Iran looked good last game.
Iran.
Iran.
They are
Iran.
properly
Iran.
okay.
They did look
Yeah.
strong. They got some talent too, man.
Yeah. If not him, I also have a Ecuadorian, Hincapié.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
So playing center back.
man.
So he's already in Europe playing for Leverkusen under Alonso, but I think he's gonna. If we get out of the group, you're gonna see a lot from him as well. He's
I think there's a
very,
couple.
very-
There's a handful of
Yeah.
players,
Caicedo as well. Very, very proper
Plays for-
He'll probably
midfielder.
go to Chelsea.
Even
I
the
think
right
he's
back,
Preciado, he plays
He's
for Genk.
And I
He's
think
not
Not
even-
even, not
he's
even
prime
him.
for a
Even
move, you know?
even Poroso, who's another center back. He
Plays Mexico.
plays. No, I think he plays in Liga now.
Yeah, he plays on
Mexico?
Troyes.
Plays in Troyes. I'm
Oh, he
pretty sure.
does. Wow.
He might be on loan, but I think he's in Troyes, and
He was at
He
Pachuca,
was-
wasn't he?
He played well.
he was nice. He's 21 years old, I believe, and man, I'm telling you, Ecuadorians. A lot of people are looking into Ecuadorians now. If,
A lot of
if anything,
talent.
they all go to freaking Brighton.
Hey man, fair
I wouldn't be
enough.
Oh, you
surprised.
know who else might get a decent move? Vardio.
Oh, bro, I was just about to say, Josko Gvardiol was an absolute wall.
He was.
Bro.
He might get a
That
big
man mountain, bro.
Talented man.
I can see him going to Bayern.
Chelsea bound.
Chelsea.
He's going to Chelsea,
Man,
bro.
I don't know.
100%.
Didn't Chelsea want him?
Yeah, he's going to Chelsea 100%.
Maybe not next summer. Maybe the one after that.
Yeah.
They're already
I don't know,
selling Nkunku, and Leipzig don't need to sell.
Todd Bowley's going to be desperate, bro.
They're gonna have to load a bag. Like I'm talking like
they got the bag,
I'm
bro.
talking like at least 80 mil
I think Chelsea are more than willing
to
to,
get him
spend
to
that,
move.
bro.
A lot of money, man.
They're already bringing Kunku and Ronaldo.
A lot of other
Yeah.
guys, man.
But no, Gvardiol's a great shout, man. Super talented player.
Thanks, man.
Why?
What are you looking at me for? You said it was a good show, so thanks.
Great shout, man. Great shout, man. Another Bundesliga talent, man. Best league in the world for producing talent, man.
Liga exists.
And there's also, did anyone see Richarlison? Richarlison's been playing good. He's probably going to get it. He's already linked to AC Milan.
He's at Spurs, though. Where's he gonna go?
Yeah. AC
I think Spurs need him more than they need to get rid of him.
He barely plays, bro.
No, but like you see that when he plays, he does well, and when he plays some games at Spurs too, he does some pretty decent some good football.
He's gonna be the Harry Kane replacement, man.
Jeez.
When
Harry
Harry-
Kane's locked there, bro.
When Harry Kane goes to Bayern.
Bayern, bro. He's trapped in Spurs, bro.
Oh shit. What's the Japanese guy's name?
Kang Lee?
He's Korean.
No, the plays in Frankfurt.
Daichi
Oh,
Kamada?
Daichi Kamada?
Yeah.
He's coming to Dortmund, man. Don't
He'll
worry.
probably get a move as well. But yeah, that's
He's
fine.
gonna be coming to Dortmund on a free transfer in the summer. Don't worry, man.
Even the
Nice.
guy that scored a brace today for Korea, Chogu.
That was crazy.
Cho Sung-gu
Crazy
or
headers
something?
he got in there.
Talented, huh?
Yeah, bro.
Where does he play? I don't know where he plays.
Plays for Jeonbuk Motors.
And the whole starting 11 for Saudi Arabia.
Big money move. They already got money, man. They already got their freaking
They got
Rolls
the
Nah,
Rolls
Royce.
Royce.
bro,
the Rolls
the
Royce?
king took him back, bro.
Offer rescinded.
Did he?
Yeah,
No
Why,
way.
Because they lost.
yeah, because they lost the second
Wow,
game.
fuck
Fair enough.
Wait, actually,
That's
there's
a
no
pity.
way. Are you lying right now?
No, he's lying.
Nah,
enough.
but apparently, like
No,
a
it
player
was all
came out
lie.
in the interview
Yeah.
that like they never got them.
It was a
Oh,
lie. It was
wow.
all
It was
a lie.
all cap.
Has that Korea Ghana game been the best game of the World Cup?
That was.
It was
Serbia
exciting,
game was
man.
good too.
It was exciting, man.
No, today surprisingly were good games. Even that early morning with Cameroon and
Serbia.
Serbia, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't
Back
know,
to back.
but as soon as Abubakar came on, he changed that whole game. And
Better than Salah,
Serbia,
bro.
I think were caught a little sleepy because their fullback, the right wing back, kept them on side them both those times.
Yeah, that's
Both
true.
those times they thought he was offside, but he got that one chip and he got that nice assist to Choupo-Moting.
Yeah. I don't know. I think my favorite game was the Spain-Germany game. That was really good.
That was a good game.
That
It was a good game.
It was sleepy
That was a good
for a
It was a
bit.
good tactical battle.
It was
Yeah.
sleepy for a bit. It got better at the end.
It was the first
Yeah.
like big matchup of the tournament.
And
Oh,
it was
but-
like a proper golden ball matchup, man.
Yeah.
But that Korea game was that was a good shout. Too.
My question for you guys is, what team looks the best so far in the World Cup?
Le Bleus. I like France, man. They look good. They look good, man.
Why?
Changing your pick?
Yeah. I think
Well,
France.
you can't change your pick.
I'm not changing it. Like
Are you,
I'm
Dave?
I got it. I'm just saying like what I think now. I think France is gonna win the World Cup right now. As of right now. As of from what I've seen, I think Olivier Giroud just makes
Do you
his team
think
better.
you think
for
that
some-
Benzema
he
injury kind of was fortunate for them? I
Yeah.
think Benzema and like feels bad, but and like Lucas too.
Yeah.
Putting Theo in there
Theo makes a difference.
because Theo was the one who got the assist for Giroud.
Teo
game.
was a
Bro,
difference.
the Teo and Mbappe link up, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Why don't
Speedy, man.
Theo might be
Crazy.
one
Like,
like
low key,
top
that
two
Lucas
left
injury
back.
was kind of better for France. But,
sacrifice, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Giroud didn't do anything for the second game though. He came
no,
off
but like
early.
he's just. I feel like
He's good. He didn't
he's
score any
one
goals
less
last
ego
season.
for that team.
He didn't score any goals last World Cup, and
I
look
think
at he's
Benzema
still world
doesn't have
class.
ego anymore.
No, but like it's.
But he's out there, and you know what? He holds up the ball. He does his thing. He'll play 60 minutes, and they can bring on Thuram. They can bring on Kolomwani. They can bring on
Yeah,
players
so-
off the bench to give the defender something else to think
Thing is, like,
about.
I don't think Giroud wants the ball as much as Benzema wants the ball.
No.
He just wants to hold up, give the defender
And-
something to think
Benzema,
about, and the players
Benzema holds
can
up a
make
lot
runs
too
off
now.
him, you know?
Benzema switched his game so much the
But
last
Benzema's
couple of
hurt.
years. I know. I'm just saying, like you guys saying, like Benzema
No,
doesn't do
Benzema
what
needs-
Giroud
nah.
did.
Some are saying
Benzema
he's not
needs to-
actually hurt.
What?
Some are saying he's not actually hurt.
Nah.
People are saying he's coming back.
Coming back.
I
How?
saw it on Twitter.
No way.
If they were to replace Giroud with Benzema, like
Now?
at this point, that'd
I
be
think so.
I think
That'd be
Benzema
stupid.
should be a
I think
player
so.
they bring in after.
Benzema
like,
has
the
changed up his
games.
game a lot, but like he demands more touches now. That's what he changed.
What's wrong with that?
It,
Because
it takes away from the
Mbappe,
other
Dembele-
players.
You already have Griezmann, who's
Man,
kind of
I
playing
like-
in that second striker.
You saw how Benzema was playing with Vinny. That was
Yeah,
fluent.
but those are different players.
Different,
He's
though.
not the
Yeah.
same,
Hey.
man. You're talking about
we
international
haven't
football.
seen it.
Vinny and Mbappe are
We
totally
have.
different.
We haven't seen it yet.
We've seen it in qualifiers. Benzema didn't really do much when it came to qualities and
And we
Nations
saw it in
League.
the Euros too.
Yeah, it's a different France when Benzema's on the lineup and Giroud.
And
is-
you clearly saw as soon as Giroud was put into that first game, like you already knew it was gonna happen.
Giroud, like literally, Giroud demands so little touches. He had the least amount of touches on that France.
Because
But he's
he's
also
not
very
good.
he's also
He's
very
scoring
intelligent.
goals.
Not good.
He's very intelligent.
Dude, they won the World Cup without him scoring a single goal as a striker.
If you don't think Giroud's a good player, you don't have ball knowledge. I'm sorry.
Oh, dang that. Exactly.
I don't like Giroud.
But how can you say you don't like a player if he's one of the biggest reasons why they won the World Cup last season as well? Last
Yes.
World Cup.
I don't like
He gives Mbappe so much space. That's kind of Mbappe should thank Giroud half the time for those goals.
If PSG was smart, they would go and get Giroud. That would unlock Mbappe for that
And
PSG
take out
squad.
who? Messi?
Messi.
Messi's going to Inter
Nah,
Miami.
you take out Messi and Neymar. To be honest,
That's
You guys
crazy.
are- you guys
For
are- you guys
Giroud?
are crazy.
Waffling, bro.
All I'm gonna
What a
say-
player.
All I'm gonna say is that I'm liking what Spain's looking like, man. Everyone's
Spain
saying,
looks good, too.
everyone's saying, oh, they needed a striker, they needed a striker.
Morata.
No, Morata off the bench, exactly.
yeah, super.
Yeah,
Sub.
Ferran Torres.
He's not the striker though.
Yeah,
It's
he is.
Asensio playing striker.
Asensio's playing center.
They've been moving around like this. Everyone, all three of them.
Except for Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo was locked on that left wing so Pedri can pass him the ball.
I guess so. But I think that whole thing comes down to the gaffer, the way he set it up. He said it himself. I don't pick the best players. I pick the best players who play together.
Fair.
And look how they're
Realistically,
playing.
he's probably the best manager at the
He,
World Cup.
I think he's the
I'd
best
say so.
manager.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's a
Enrique
great
is
shout.
the best manager in the World Cup.
Hondo.
100%. Look what he does with his team. Young team. You have Gavi who's balling out. Pedri. Busquets in the middle as well.
Barca core in the midfield.
Looks like Musiala kind of bossed them out last
Yeah,
game.
Musiala ran those two off the pitch, man.
That was one highlight. He's done nothing for the whole rest of the game.
I think didn't Musiala get better overall rating than all those
Musiala
guys?
got the assist for the tying goal.
Musiala had a good game.
The guy took it off Musiala. That wasn't an assist. He took it off him.
No, he
do you
didn't.
mean?
Musiala got the
The guy
turn.
took it off him.
He turned off
Pedri and
Rodri.
Gabby have better ratings over both games than
Yeah.
Musiala.
What are you talking about?
Man.
Come with the facts.
Man, they beat
Come with
Costa
the
Rica
facts.
7-0. Obviously, they're gonna have a good rating.
Yeah, they probably had like
Watch the
10s.
game, man. The
You guys
game
are
against
crazy,
Germany,
man.
they were not in it, man. Pedri was just there passing to the left wing all game. He had completed passes, but he didn't really do much else in the game.
Eh.
And Gavi couldn't get the ball off Musiala, man. You had to foul him.
I don't
That's
know.
true
Man.
too.
Musiala was like the only reason why Germany had a chance in that game.
Sane.
And
Sane was the
no,
biggest
Sane
difference.
was
Sane was- it was Sane.
Sane came on the
But-
game
yeah,
completely.
but
No, it wasn't Sane. It
Sane
was
came off the bench.
Fulkrug.
Sane came off the bench.
Lipski, bro.
Lipski, he played well, man. Fulkrug. Shout out Fulkrug, man. Shout
Yeah,
out Lipski.
I think Spain has had good moments. I've been impressed with them.
What about Brazil, man?
I think Brazil game 1, they played really good.
Game 2.
Game 2 was
No
tough.
Ney.
They didn't have Ney.
But the thing is,
It
they came
changed.
up against a solid Swiss side. Like people were writing off Switzerland, but Switzerland
No.
are a damn solid side, man. And like
I
as
don't
much as Brazil were missing Neymar, Switzerland came to play. Like they defended well.
That's
They're
the
parking
thing.
the bus, no?
Yeah,
They
exactly.
weren't really parking
Yes,
the
they
bus.
were, man. Yes,
were
they
parking the
were,
bus. They
were,
man.
but,
Oh
yeah.
my
Not
gosh, what
really,
do you
man.
mean, bro?
They weren't parking the
Yes,
bus.
they were, but it's smart. They played well. It was smart.
What
that
do you
they parked
consider
the
as
bus.
parking the bus though?
Yeah, I don't understand what you mean.
They were pressing their box the whole time.
Playing conservative and not going for the
Yeah,
attack.
they weren't attacking at all.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like,
What are you
but
gonna
like,
do
why?
against Brazil?
I don't understand why you guys complain about people parking the bus. They're going up at the number 1 ranked team
I'm
in
not
the world.
saying it was a bad thing. I'm saying that's what happened though. They
Yeah,
parked the
but you
bus.
can't-
I'm
you
not saying it
can't-
was a bad thing.
But I'm saying you can't say a team's not that good because they parked the bus.
Why not?
Because it's a tactic to go up
Man,
against
if-
good
it's a
teams.
good tactic, but I'm saying
if,
they're
if
not
they
good.
went out and attacked Brazil, you'd be saying, "Oh, they're shit. They lost 3-0."
Yeah.
No.
Like Canada, they got killed by.
No football. That's
Yeah,
why.
what did Saudi Arabia park the bus against Argentina? No, they attacked and they ended up
Okay,
winning.
they did park the bus.
Nah.
After they scored.
No,
just
they
the
were
goals, man.
running
They
rampant.
weren't
Those
parking
guys
the
were
bus.
on juice.
They were playing good offside football, and they knew that Argentina were going to look for those through balls every single time because Messi. Once Messi gets that ball, he looks for through ball to Lautaro every single time. How many times were Lautaro offside?
Yeah,
Handful of times.
offside merchant.
If anything, that gaffer is the best gaffer right now.
Hervé Renard. shout out.
Different man. He's
No,
different,
but
man.
they played good football that played against Argentina, but I think whatever Switzerland was doing, that they had to do that against Barca.
Yeah, against
Barca.
Brazil.
Man, you're going up against the fastest wingers in the World Cup.
Yeah, you gotta.
Tricky's wingers. You're not going to give them any space.
You gotta
Dude,
give them some
If you're
respect.
playing almost at the half line, do you know how much space you have behind them? One through ball.
course.
Whoever's in the midfield is going to send those through balls easily to those wingers.
I mean, is there a point of playing like park the bus against Brazil when they haven't conceded any shots on target this tournament?
Who?
Brazil.
Wait, what's your question?
That was the second game in the tournament.
Hmm?
Second game in the
They're
tournament.
the only team though.
To not receive shots on target.
Yeah.
Damn.
They didn't
is
get
there-
shots on
is
target.
there- there a point
but
parking the
are you-
bus against
Are you
them?
saying this because it's the end of the second game or because of the end of the first game?
What do you mean?
Like you're saying this now because the game's already over.
You're also saying there's no
But-
point of parking the bus, but by parking the bus they could still get a point.
But they didn't.
But they
Yeah,
didn't.
but they didn't.
Exactly.
But they could. They
But
could
at the
have.
same
But they
time,
didn't.
the argument you just made right now is invalid because that's not what the argument they were thinking before the game. It's like, oh, should we go as park the bus because they haven't received a shot on target? Man, it's one game in the World Cup already. They're not going to make a decision based on one game in the World Cup.
I mean,
If they're going to park the bus, penalties are kind of given away. Shaky claws are given away this World
it was
Cup.
predetermined. Like you got your first game. You go against Brazil. You try to nick a point, and you have a good chance of going through.
That's all
what
you
you
got to
gotta
do.
do.
You got to play defensive against the strongest team. And that's what kind of had to do.
Serbia didn't
maybe.
win their first game.
Switzerland.
Switzerland?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, they did.
So
I don't know. Me personally, I think the 4 best teams are Brazil,
Mm.
Spain,
Yep.
France, Germany,
Ecuador.
Yeah.
and then the rest.
Germany?
Germany.
Germany.
No.
They're still solid.
They're
man.
They're solid,
They're
bro.
mid. They're mid.
Mhm.
They're
You're
not
crazy,
you're-
man.
You lost against Japan who ended up losing to Costa Rica.
Doesn't matter, bro.
And did you hear
It's a
what,
one-off.
did you hear what the Japanese manager did? He subbed out like 8 players from that started lining up that beat
Yeah.
Germany and then put in like a different team against Costa Rica.
It
which
was
ended up
it was
losing.
that was one of those World Cup one of those World Cup moments. But the fact that everyone's hyping up Spain, and then Germany went up and played a good game against Spain. Some would say they deserved to win. They had some great chances there where they
Should've won
probably
that
should have
game
scored.
there. Yeah.
Right? So if they're going up against one of the World Cup favorites and they're playing a good game, then I agree with Matt that you should probably have them in and around your top 4, right?
Wait, say those teams again?
Brazil, France, Spain, Germany.
Okay, so you're putting Germany in there, but not Portugal.
Yeah,
Correct.
true. And England.
Portugal have
England.
been
What have
playing.
England done?
They've got what, 2 lucky pen calls?
I thought they played really well today.
They did.
But
Was
Uruguay
playing well?
aren't great though.
So what?
A lot of people had them as a dark horse.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I have not liked what I've seen from Germany at all. Musiala's had good moments.
Yeah,
Shout out to him, but
they're missing a 9.
I thought they've looked
think
awful.
You saw when Sane
How about
finally
awful?
came in,
No,
and
but
when they had their 9, they looked like a different team.
Germany looked good when they made the subs.
Yeah.
Were they looking good before that? No, they looked a little shaky. They were out down 1-0.
If Sane's fit now, then he's
They were
starting.
down 1-0.
Yeah, but they're also facing Spain too.
Yeah, but they were down 1-0. So when the subs came in, they started playing better football, which I think they should be playing those players to the start if they want to play that quality level. If they had
Maybe
those
they will
players
now.
playing against Japan,
Yeah.
they probably would have won that game.
Yeah, I think maybe it comes down to fitness.
You live and
too,
learn.
because I'm sure like the gaffer would love to be playing Sane
Yeah,
as much as he
Yeah.
can, but I don't think he's fully fit, right?
Yeah.
So maybe by game 3, he's up and running. Obviously, you need to win to go through, most likely. So I'm sure you're gonna see the strongest Germany 11, whether they're fully fit or not.
I would like to see them play full. How do you say his name?
Full Krug?
Full
From
Krug.
the from the
They
jump.
I
From
think
the
they
jump?
should. Him and Musiala up top.
If you think of it, like what Germany, like the big Germany side ever didn't have like a proper number 9 up top.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Even though they weren't like Close, obviously he's great, but he wasn't like
That is world.
he wasn't fast. He wasn't like he
Oh
was.
yeah, he's just a pure 9.
he's a
But
a
they're-
and then
all-
Mario Gomez, pure 9.
Yeah.
they're all that full Krug build.
Yeah.
You know, they're all the build, man.
I think you guys falling into the full Krug hype a little too much.
I hope he comes in.
Germany
We'll
just
see.
need, just,
We'll see. But I think right now you guys are going into hype.
No, I know.
You're
That's-
hyping- you're
I want
hyping
to see from the
Ferran
jump.
Torres.
That's all I'm saying.
put Muller
Ferran
back.
Torres always does it for Spain.
He got subbed off.
Don't
in
say he
nothing last
doesn't.
game.
Scored 2 goals the game before that.
I
That's
think-
Costa Rica,
Yeah.
And he
where
did score
everyone
2
else was
goals.
bagging goals.
Jamaica,
was 7-0,
Japan didn't
man.
score.
What?
Japan didn't score against them.
Who?
Costa Rica.
That was like Japan's beat.
Okay, man, they beat themselves.
They didn't score.
They beat
Not my
themselves.
fault.
Yeah,
Okay, but you're just looking at based on you look. This guy's a highlight merchant. He
Highlight
looks
merchant.
at the stats. Oh, I saw FootMob. Oh, Japan lost 2-1. Oh, they're shit. Costa Rica beat them. We beat Costa Rica 7-0.
What?
Well, did you watch the game?
Yes, I did.
Okay, yeah. No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't. You're sleeping, man.
Good one.
Expose
Yo,
him.
Matt, sit in the middle of
Expose
these
him.
two. Swap seats. Can't have these two in the
Boys
same
get a little
side.
rowdy over there.
But yeah, I think I put Portugal in my top 4.
Yeah. I'm taking Germany out.
I think.
I
so,
think
too.
Germany might be 5th.
Germany's not there.
I think Portugal are better than Spain right now.
No.
I don't know about that.
No chance.
Bruno Fernandes stepped up against this game. He kind of put the team on his back in that game there. Even the first game too, he played really good football and he put those balls into Leao and into Felix.
Okay,
Two
Leao,
assists, right?
Leao needs to
Yeah,
start.
he's having
man.
a
I
good
don't-
tournament.
I don't know.
yeah, like
2-2.
Bruno Fernandes is my
2-2.
golden ball pick right now.
2 goals, 2 assists in 2 games.
He's my golden ball pick.
Hard to argue with that.
My silver ball pick is
Mbappe.
Griezmann,
What about Mbappe?
and my bronze ball pick is Casemiro right now.
What about Mbappe? 3 goals in 2 games.
Golden boot,
And Valencia 3 goals.
silver boot.
Fair.
That-
a lot of players have 3
That's
goals.
my gold, silver, bronze ball as of right now.
What's gonna happen when Krug scores 5 next game?
But what was it before the tournament?
Proper.
Before the tournament, I'd name our golden ball.
Shit,
Tough.
he might not even play anymore, man.
Nah, he's fine.
They're gonna
Got
rush
the
him
red
back,
ball
bro.
in his ankle.
Rush
huh?
him back.
Not really.
I
Not
mean,
really.
Have you
He
seen his
thought,
ankle,
he
bro?
thought they were playing. He thought he was gonna play this game.
Couple
This
inject,
game,
couple
no.
1-2
Yeah, he
injections,
did.
huh?
No,
Did he say
Cameroon.
yes?
I said.
He's
But
not
now,
gonna
but
play.
now
I-
you risk it with 6
But
points.
now he definitely doesn't
Yeah,
need to
there's no
play
need to
against
play him.
Cameroon.
Yeah.
So he's fine.
Yeah,
Trust me.
you're
He's
gonna do
fine.
some voodoo too.
Fine.
Okay, he's
Couple-
not.
a little
he's-
1-2 injection.
He's not 100% healthy. Like sadly,
Yeah,
yes,
they-
it's another World Cup. He's not healthy.
I-
It sucks.
I wouldn't say
but-
80 either.
Okay, what 70?
I don't know.
Well, where are you getting these percentages?
You sound like Chris.
Made him
he's
up.
a medical team.
Made him
man.
up, bro. Made him up.
he literally he didn't go to the game today. Not play. He didn't like show up to the game today because he had a stomach bug.
What?
But he's fine.
Yeah, everyone's getting sick, bro.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Neymar was there.
His sister
No,
showed
it
up.
wasn't.
He was in the crowd. You see him?
Yeah. And then
That was so
R9, bro,
jokes.
with the
Oh my
classic
gosh.
hair,
Do you see that too? That guy
Yeah.
with the R9 hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was freaking jokes. man.
Talent.
Brazilians, man, they're crazy.
Oh, that was just a paid actor though.
Both
Yeah.
paid actors.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it just me or do these stadiums look kind of empty sometimes?
They are empty.
Low-key.
But at the same time, I'm not
They
trying
just
to be
keep
rude.
showing like
I think they're empty because I see white, but I also think those are just the get-ups that they're wearing. I think I see White, but
No, I think a lot of the seats are empty. I think once they see their teams are losing, they leave.
no, a lot of the teams seats are like empty in some of those like games.
They
too.
just keep highlighting the stands that have people in them.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know, but yeah,
The Brazil games I've seen have been packed.
it's because
for
it's
sure.
Brazil,
But that's
bro.
because also everyone else wants to
Also,
watch those games.
Canada was pretty good too.
Yeah, Canada
Yeah.
games are packed.
Yeah.
You know, so far good World Cup. Going into match day 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you guys think, man? Let us know in the comments down below.
Games are at 10 and at 2.
Yeah, who's gonna finish first in the groups, man? A lot of groups are still not decided.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Some big games to come.
big games to come, and man, next thing you know, we're into
Knockouts.
Knockout stages, baby.
yeah.
Nothing like some knockout football.
I love knockout football. So yeah, stay tuned, boys. Let us know what you guys think, and wrap it up there, boys. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
All right,
If you like, comment, subscribe. You know who we are.
we need the culture, baby.
And with that, yo.
Later. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.